Yep, there we go.
Okay, we are live. Hello, everybody. It's Lynn, Carol, and Ellie, and we're the gals. We're on a mission, the $1 Million Mission, and our trademark is we toast at the beginning of every single little mini workshop, hangout, whatever you want to call it. So, girls, here's to a good a good hangout tonight.
There you go. We're on the mission, $1 Million Mission for everybody that's here.
Yep, we're all on a mission together. We're helping to, to share some information with you all, and hopes that it'll provide, some tips and strategies, and improve your skills in marketing your business, understanding your business, and going from that employee mindset to a lifestyle entrepreneur, having success in this industry, so you can quit that dang job, or if you're part-time or whatever, you can quit that part-time job and go full-time I call it a laptop style entrepreneur. Okay, so tonight, what is the scoop? What's the scoop about setting up a highly
We should have had
successful...
ice cream with us.
I know. God, that sounds good too, doesn't it? So we're going to give you the full scoop about setting up a highly successful business blog, and I got to tell you, all three of us, we are on board with Kalatu. If we mention Kalatu 10 million times, it's because we love it. But we are going to show you the differences. We're going to talk about why do we have to have a blog, and there's different things, different strategies and techniques and things like that. But Ellie will be showing you behind the scenes stuff too. That's going to be really cool, so you don't want to miss that. So we're going to start off with Carol. Let's start with Carol. Carol, give us an input about business blogs. Why do we need a business blog?
Okay. There's a couple of things going on here with the business blog. The main thing is it's your real estate online. If you don't have a blog, you're not in business. It's actually the hub of everything else that you do, hub of all the social media that you're involved in. You can direct people back to your Kalatu blog, and as I say, that's your hub. That's the home base. That's your home base. Now, the reason that we're all crazy about Kalatu is it's not so difficult to set up as the regular WordPress. It is on a WordPress platform, but if you were doing it yourself, you would have to get into the colors and the sizes and the widgets and the plugins and the thises and the that's. That's one thing. And secondly, you're always at risk of being shut down if you're on somebody else's a different type platform. And I have heard some hair-raising stories about that. People being in business, having their blog going, and then boom, losing everything. Thirdly, you're more liable to be hacked if you're on your own. This is virtually hack-proof. There's a lot of work that's been put into Kalatu, and that's generally not something that we worry about. Fourthly, the regular websites are restrictive, and Kalatu gives you more options. If you look in your sidebar, oh my goodness, there's all kinds of things that can be done there. And finally, the setup is quite simple. I don't actually do the setup. Ellie does the setup for us, but I've heard it said it can be done in 10-20 minutes. You can set up your blog, if you're not going to get too fancy with it, but you can get it up and running in that amount of time. So that's why we like it, and that's why we need it. You need it as a home base, as your real estate online.
Okay.
Ellie,
Before we put Ellie on, let me add to what Carol was talking about as being our home base. Because I was mentioning to them right before we went live, I consider our blog, our business blog, is like a storefront. because, you know, we don't have a brick and mortar store. We're a laptop business, right? Or, you know, your smartphone, whatever. So I consider it your storefront. So if you think that way along those terms, that's why you need a business blog. Because if you're selling anything, Carol mentioned this, you could get shut down if you're on some of these platforms because of their terms and conditions. If you promote and you know, anything for sale, they can shut you down. And they do. So Kalatu is a blogging platform for profit. And what that means, it was built by marketers for marketers and for business owners, business people, entrepreneurs to sell stuff, okay? So I consider it our storefront, our virtual storefront. And, you know, and Ellie's going to go over this, but, you know, categories and the pages and all that is kind of like, you know, when they come through your store, it's all the different things that they can, you know, that they can find and look for and all that kind of thing and buy from you. So a business blog is really, really important. And if you're watching this live or the replay and you do not have a business blog, click that button. You better get it now because you will want, after Ellie shows you behind the scenes, you're going to see the differences between different platforms, which work. You know, everything works. But there's a reason why we're saying successful business blogging, okay? So that's all I wanted to add.
Excellent. You know, I need to jump in here real quick, and you're calling it, you know, Carol called it your real estate, and you're calling it your storefront, and it's both. Because when you have a storefront, you have real estate. Now, hopefully, if you have a lease, you have a long lease. Because I know people in brick and mortar businesses, okay, that had a short lease and ended up having to go out of business because they, like, you know, up their rent like 4 times or something, and they weren't able to do that. So even if you have a brick and mortar business, you really would prefer to own your own building. That's what this is about, owning your own building. So I can put my storefront there because this is my content. You know, people run out and they go, we can do this all on Facebook, and Facebook is great. It is great. You should be putting your information out on Facebook, but you don't own that content. And we all believe that, oh, this will be around forever, and it's been around, thank God, now for a lot of years. We're all addicted to it now, right? But it could go away tomorrow. Well, they could decide to start charging you and lose a certain amount of people in there, your customers. So you always, even when you go on Facebook, you should be putting your information on a blog and then post that on Facebook. Direct those people off of Facebook back to your store, to your real estate. So, you know, people, they tell me, oh, Ellie, you're techie. Carol comes to me and asks me questions, and I am techie. Because not by choice. It was not by choice. I got online in 1996. Okay? And then I don't think WordPress even came around till maybe it was 2003. But it was the buggiest thing you ever seen in your life. When I say buggy, it means it used to crash and it didn't do what you wanted it to do. But it was exciting. Because I did pure HTML at one time. Some of you were like, what the hell is she talking about? But so I had to learn how to code. It wasn't a hard code. But my files were all kept on my computer, and I had to transfer them back onto the internet. And it was just crazy. Once WordPress came out, I could be in the Bahamas with a laptop, put up a post, and hit a button, which is why we all went crazy for it. Wow, this is really cool, except it was crashing all the time. Now, all those horrors that Carol talked about, being hacked, I've been hacked. All right, and I've gone through huge precautions not to be hacked. Plugins are lovely, but you better be careful what you're using because you're opening yourself up to be hacked, and you're opening yourself up to breaking. It actually breaks. So, you know, we were laughing because I said, oh God, I went and looked at one of I still have some of my sites because they're older and they're still on WordPress. And now when I get over here, I'm nervous because I realize I got to go update one of them. So let me bring you over. Let me make sure I'm over there. Let me go over to a WordPress site. Living the Law of Attraction, I've been running that blog for years. I haven't been blogging that much on it, but it's still there, and I still get visitors. So let's go over there. Let me screen share. You guys let me know when you see me. See my screen?
Yeah, we can see you.
All right, you got it. Okay, yeah, you got. I can't see you, so you got it. Okay, so I'm at the dashboard at Living the Law of Attraction. I think I started this one in 2007. Right here it says WordPress needs to be updated. Now that looks easy. I don't want to hit that button, but actually I think I can hit it. It won't update yet. And what it's going to do is it's going to give me an option to download it or to update it right here. Here's all these plugins. These all have to be updated. See that number down here? They have to be updated. Now, I'm not doing this. No, not yet, please. But here's why that's important. You need to update because then you're more susceptible to being hacked. And when I say hacked, it's like some fool found your blog and they just think it's funny to get in there and break in. Or some of them break in because they're in essence advertising on your blog. And you know, that's what I've had. I come to my page and I see all these advertisements all over it that I didn't put on there. So I was lucky because you see I have a plugin called here Back Creator, which I had to pay for. Realize that people think all plugins are free, and if you want good plugins, lots of times you need to be paying for them. And I had a backup. I keep several backups of it because I then had to go into a backup and have them put that back in. But I can't tell you how many people don't back up their blogs. You forget about doing it. And I personally know people who have lost all their content. Boom, gone. Gone. It's never to come back again. So this is what a regular WordPress dashboard looks like. It's telling me I've got 13 updates to do. And then this is normal stuff. This is where you do posts. This is all normal stuff you'll see in here. This is another plugin that I paid for. You see, I have a lot of paid for plugins. Here are these plugins that they want me to update a gazillion of them. Now, I've done this. I've gone.
Hey, Ellie.
Yeah.
I just wanted to drop in here. I just want to point out to folks. Look at her left sidebar. Notice her left sidebar right now, and then when we switch over, you're going to see a huge difference. But she keeps scrolling down, and look at all those updates. Look at all those all that left sidebar
and all
stuff.
Stuff needs to be updated.
Yeah. And your left sidebar.
I've updated them, and they've broken on me. Wait, I'll go right over to Klaatu right now and show you the difference so we can see it.
Yeah.
You're seeing all of this. These are all, and a lot of these plugins, like I said, I bought. So free is not always so good, folks. So there's money in this blog. Besides the fact, my theme is a thesis theme. That's a premium paid theme, not a free theme. So let me go jump. I'm going to jump right over. Tell me if you see Klaatu. You guys see my screen?
Yes, we see Klaatu.
Now we're at Klaatu. Here's the coolest thing, okay? If you're brandy new, right here, you have instructions. If you notice, when I was at this dashboard, I'll just go to the dashboard. It wants to play today. Okay, there's no instructions. There's no tutorials here. I had to go out and learn all of this. So, Ellie, you're techie? I had to be techie. I learned to be techie. In here, here's instructions. Here's Klaatu Premium. That's an overview. Wait. Here's even cooler. Tutorials. And here's about domains, about the 21-day plugin. That's a cool plugin. That's proprietary to Klaatu. Setup, how to set things up. There's tutorials, feature tutorials. None of that is over here. It's not here because if you want to learn, that's, you do it on your own. So when people say, well, WordPress is free, well, you can get WordPress for free, but a lot of my plugins are paid for, and my theme is paid for, and I pay for my hosting. So the platform WordPress is free, but everything you're seeing here in front of you is not free. My theme's not free. Most of these, that is a plugin I paid for. Premise is a plugin I paid for. We come over here. This is all in one. It's all here. This is really cool. This is in Calato Premium. 7-minute blog hacks. It's going to come up with a tutorial right here where Travis is going to explain it. And then each of these hacks, some people don't like that word hacks. You see, if you're techie, you like the word hack. It means, it means we're going to give you a shortcut. That's what it means. And within 7 minutes, they are teaching you how to better his traffic hacks. A lot of people are interested in sales, how to do sales, how to get great testimonials, and they continually add to these. Right? They all want to start here. So widgets are in here, just like we talked about plugins, widgets, plugins, those words kind of go interchangeable. These all come in here. These are maintained. Okay, they come from the people that created Calato, so they're not outside plugins. So when WordPress gets updated, so do these. So that was one of the problems I had. I would update WordPress like it wants me to do now, and I had a plugin or two in there that was not updatable yet, and it would break my page. Let me come back. I feel like I'm talking to, here we go. We can jump back in there if we need to. So when some people are like, what the hell is she showing me? And that's what I had to learn. I kind of understand all that stuff, okay? And I didn't want to. That was not, I just wanted to build my business. You know, when I did this in 2007, I started blogging. I did build a coaching business on that website, actually, Living the Law of Attraction. And I didn't want to understand all that technical stuff, but I had to if I wanted to put my business on there. So to me, when I see that Carol, who was not technical at all, she never did any of this stuff. Now, I went in and I set it up, but I was like, oh my God, I'm in heaven? This took me 7 minutes. I went click, 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 done. That thing there where I showed you in Living the Law of Attraction, WordPress has to be updated. We never see that in the Calato dashboard because the people in the back end there, they update it. They update the plugins, they update the code, because WordPress now is probably updated about every 3 months for security measures. So we don't have to do that. They back it up, and we can. And I do recommend that. I didn't show you that, but there's an area there. You push a button, okay, and you save a file. So you do own your content. You own your content. I don't have you see, when I laughed when I said to Lynn, oh, I'm pretty sure I probably have a WordPress site because I have several of them, you know, that's out of, you know, it's outdated. Now I go, oh God, when I get off this hangout, I gotta go update all that stuff. You know, so I have to go look and see that plugin that I'm using, is it compatible with the newest version of WordPress? Because if it is, then we're good. We can update everything piece by piece. And if it isn't, I have to disable it. And if I disable it, is it hurting something on my blog? So, you know, when I tried to explain all of that to Carol, because she was like, I never did any of this before. She just looked at like, well, I gotta do that, right? I'm like, no, because we're on Calato. You just go right over here. You hit that little button over there on the left that said posts, and you start typing. And typing is like typing in a document, right? So, I mean, Carol, do you find it difficult?
No, that's what I love about it. You type in the document, It's so easy to put up pictures and images, and even videos are easy to pull in there. I'm trying to think what else makes it so easy. The comments, when people make the comments, you know that they're there, it indicates it, and you just go in and reply back, and it gives you a chronological listing of the comments as they come in. But no, it's great. It's great. I love it.
It is, and if you're serious, I mean, you know, so I guess you could go on blog. You know what? I never did that. I was building a business. I always knew I was building a business. Yeah, it's really nice to get free, okay, but it's a business. So, you know, I did a few affiliate type websites before I actually did Living the Law of Attraction. Again, I did it on WordPress, and I just learned all this technical stuff. You know, I have a head full of technical stuff. I didn't want to, but I was building a business. And I must have heard early on, like Blogger was a big one people were going to. Oh, you could build, you know, just stick it on there free. And that is really, really easy. All right, but they don't like if you're selling stuff, and they will shut you down. And I was selling services, and in my affiliate sites, I was selling. I had a dog site. I was selling, you know, dog products. I was selling maybe books, even Amazon books. They can shut you down. They also can put their own advertisements on there. So, you know, what are you doing? Confusing the people you're bringing to your blog? There's an advertisement for this, and then there's your information. To me, that never made sense. I never, ever used a free blogging platform. I was paid for my domain hosting. Remember, folks, you've got to pay for hosting. and I paid for my themes. I never used a free theme. I was paid for my themes. And then I found out, as I had plugins crash and blow up my website, oh crap, I gotta go, because I didn't want to buy plugins. Why do I gotta buy it? Oh, now I know why. Because when you buy it, they're giving, and hopefully, you know, then you get the ones that could not do it, but hopefully when you're buying it, they're giving you the support you need, and which means they're updating it to stay updated with WordPress. So I bought all of it. I paid for it all because this was my business. So if you're serious about a business, you know, all right, the storefront, you ain't going downtown and go opening a storefront for no money. You got to put the money in. This is the most cost-effective way to do that is online. And that button right down here below us is going to give you that Kalatu platform that I just showed you. With, I mean, there's so much stuff in there that, you know, tutorials and explanations and plugins that are proprietary to us. I didn't hardly drink any of this, okay? And it's $17 trial. You get to go in there for 2 weeks and look around. To me, that's golden. That is golden. You know, it's a golden trial. So, you know, if you just want me to go back and forth with anything else, let me know. But just don't be putting your business into Facebook's hands, free hands, Twitter's hands, Google Plus, or Blogger, or any of these other freebies. Make sure you own your content. Make sure you have your real estate online if you're serious about a business.
Okay, and I'd like to add to the business sense that you're talking about, Ellie. When we're setting up a business blog, Kalatu, just like Ellie showed you, it's so freaking easy, it's ridiculous. And with the Kalatu Premium, you can set up 10 blogs. Now, some people are saying, well, what do I need 10 blogs for? Well, we're talking domains, okay? You can set up your individual domains if you're a coach and you want to sell products on one domain, and then your other domain might be your appointment domain and that kind of thing. So you can do that with Kalatu Premium. But the other thing about a business blog is you want to make sure that you have some pages set up. Number one, you want to have a contact me page, okay? So Kalatu does have a built-in form in each of the blog posts, you know, for people to sign up on your list. But have a contact me page at the top, because I can't tell you how many blogs I've gone to that are supposedly professional blogs, business blogs, and I can't find the person's name. I don't see their picture, and there's no contact information. That's the worst thing you can do, because I will never return to a blog like that. To me, that's not even a business or a person in business. So do a contact me or contact or whatever you want to call it page on your business blog. The other page you want to include is an about me page. People are going to want to find out about you, and you are going to want to share your story, or, you know, why did you start your business? Who are you? Where do you live? Where, you know, let people know some things about you, and throw some pictures on there so they can connect with you. And I got to tell you, I get a lot of hits on that about page, a lot, because people want to know people. That's what we're in the industry for, really. We sell to people, okay? And our sales, our marketing is just a message. It's a message that we share to people, and then they decide if our products and programs and things like that is something that they want, and that they want to partner with us if we're in a network marketing company like Ellie, Carol, and I are, or if you're, you know, a coach, or if you're a professional, or whatever it is. Then people have a place to go on you inside your store, inside on your piece of real estate, right, that they can come into and say, oh, I want to learn more about Ellie. I want to, you know, contact Carol. You know, you have those functions handy and very accessible to your audience, and especially new visitors that come in. You want to have this information. And the other things we didn't really talk about are the marketing side of it, which of course is what's going to make your blog, your business blog, successful or more successful, are all the banners. And I don't know if you want to show that, Ellie, but Kalatu makes it so easy for people to, you know, a lot of us use Canva.com to create a graphic, because you can tell Canva what size graphic you want, and then you come over to Kalatu, pop it in Kalatu, put your link in there, and bam, you've got a working banner. And I know that was one of the hard things that I had when I had my own WordPress, you know, before Kalatu, putting in banners and the coding and all this kind of stuff. Well, Kalatu's made that really, really, you know, simple. So I just wanted to throw that in there. And by the way, please use your name on your business blog. I see a lot of people using business logos and things like that. That's fine, maybe in your signature, or maybe in a sidebar or something like that. But at the top, it should be your name. Who are you? Who's the business owner? Who owns this business? You know, obviously, unless you're some big, huge brand already. But still, you know, names and people meeting people. I trust me, you're gonna be much more successful when you do that. So I just wanted to add that in there.
Well, you know, I actually didn't know that. So when I started living the law of attraction, that's what I started. And I was sorry I didn't brand me. You know, that I didn't brand my name. Now I got a lot of hits to it, probably because
Ellie, I want to say that when I got started, like in the 2003 era, that's what they were teaching is, oh, hide behind, you know, don't give your name out and all this kind of stuff. That's a bunch of hogwash. And today more than ever, you want people to know, you know, who are you, kind of deal.
Right. Well, again, you know, with ours, I think it was also more of, that was the big keyword, and it was very keyword. We were talking keyword, but I didn't pay much attention to that stuff. So I want you to folks realize, people think, oh, stop, is blogging even, you know, a big deal anymore? And it is still, all right, one of the most recognized ways that not only to own your own and put your content out there and own it, but people trust bloggers. They might not trust you the first time they meet you, okay, but that's what starts to happen, is they start showing up and they start to trust you. So I was shown in there, and I had an About Me page, but I started it as Living the Law of Attraction. To this day, and I actually realized I got to go back in. I put so much of my content on another blog, and it's like I'm going to like split it all up, because I always have content for there. I love that community. And I always had a great feedback in it, you know. I'm wondering, can I get it all over onto Klaatu? If I could do that, it would make my life easier instead of having to worry about, oh crap, I gotta go update all these things. And I happen to know that the theme I was using has been updated, and I don't really want to go through the update process. Now I'll tell you another story. Some people go, I'll just hire somebody to do it. So I did that once. And it was with this blog. I paid somebody, all right, because there was a big update in the theme. I kind of knew how to do it. I knew I could figure it out because I've been figuring out things for so many years already, right? And so I'll pay this guy, just do it. And if he didn't break it so bad, continued to tell me that it was, forget it. Or I never got my money back, and I had to go in, and now my job was twice as hard. Twice as hard. Now I fixed it. I did fix it. It was twice as hard had I done it by myself. And here's the other cool thing, especially, you know, had I been in this community, all right, and I wanted to hire somebody, here's the first thing I'd be doing. I'd be going to one of the groups that we were all in, and I'd be going, anybody use somebody to do this and this? Who do you recommend? You see, like, I didn't have that at my fingertips. You know, I used to go to forums, but this guy actually was recommended by some people. So, but broke it, just totally broke it. You know, you don't realize that stuff, you know, is like, oh, that's really important. Here, if something does, sometimes you get a hiccup in the internet, we run right over to the group and we go, what's going on? They go, don't worry, it's fixed. You're like, yeah. I didn't have to do it. I didn't have to hire anybody. It's all going.
And the other thing too, Ellie, in our group is that if somebody, you know, new customers and things like that, if they have an idea for a plugin, you know, they can submit that idea, because in Klaatu Premium, we're going to be given premium plugins, and I'm not sure about widgets and stuff like that, every single month.
Right.
So you can put it, like, if something's working, you know, because people know what works for them from other blogs and things like that. Well, Klaatu's going to keep this blog like the premier blog of the planet.
Right. Right. It really is. It's really, really important to, if you're in business, I don't care what business, like I said, I built a coaching business. I did it with a blog. You know, had there been Klaatu, I would probably have more hair than I have, or at least not as many gray hairs. Well, my beautician takes care of that now. But because I had to spend so much time on technical, and that's not where I wanted to be. I didn't want to be in technical, right? I wanted to be in producing content. I wanted to be in serving my clients, you know, and no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're selling, or if you're in a network marketing business, or if you're selling some other kind of product, to be able to put it up on a blog that's simple to use, that those widgets are all sitting there, that somebody else takes care of all that back-end technical stuff. You know, you get to pick a theme and go with it. And if you don't like that theme, you go, oh, well, I'll go over here and I'll change it. That's usually a 1, 2, 3 simple process. So I have to laugh, because if you've never dealt with the technical, you don't realize, okay, that this is, you know, the cream of the crop. There's no doubt about that. I highly recommend that. Not just for, well, always for new people, but, you know, I'm just like, this is so much easier, right? I can now focus on the content that I want to bring out to the world and the content for my business. That's what I get to focus on. I don't have to worry about all that back end stuff. That, to me, is worth a lot of money, okay? A lot of money. So I don't see the comparison.
Yeah, just to bring together what you both have been saying, in addition, we're all internet marketers, as you mentioned, Lynn, but in addition to that, it is the great opportunity for people who own a brick and mortar business to do their marketing on too. Use Kalatu for that. For example, somebody has a beauty salon or a dog grooming place, or whatever it might be, chiropractic business, whatever. Also, we have somebody on our team who is a singer-songwriter, and she was able to use the blog through our business to promote her music, and got herself onto #1 on Amazon, and made a bundle from it too. So she was very happy with that. Also, a couple other of the things that they're going to be having with Kalatu is question and answer period online, live, on a regular basis. So that's going to be a plus. So anything that comes up, any questions you have, suggestions, whatever, the people will be right there available to hear you.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, we're sharing so much here that some people's heads might be spinning, right? But I also believe that there's probably some people that might be watching that already has a blog, a WordPress blog, and you may still not see the difference. But I gotta tell you, once you get inside Kalatu and you set up your first blog in Kalatu, you are going to see a huge difference. So that's why, like Ellie pointed out, the $17, 2-week trial, and you can cancel at any time, 14-day money-back guarantee. So that's the cool part of it. You can test it out, see if this is something, for you, or maybe you're a social media manager, or, your other type of marketing managers, let them test it out. Let them, get into the driver's seat of this thing, because that's where it really will open the eyes to, some of these people that are like Ellie and me. I had, Ellie, I don't know if you knew this, but I had a blog that used the Genesis framework, or whatever you wanted, the theme. Oh my Lord, that was a nightmare. And talk about spending money with coders and web developers, and same thing, they blew up my site, and I pushed a button that said update WordPress, and it killed my site. And I thought, oh my God, what did I do? What did I do? And I didn't want to spend all this time trying to figure it out. I wanted to, to have fun in my business rather than, digging around trying to find out all this stuff. So there is a lot of things that, people are used to WordPress, but I got to tell you, Kalatu platform, more and more and more people are seeing this platform, they're experiencing it, and they're loving it. I mean, they are absolutely loving it, and it's not until you get inside and you actually use it. And I think as we progress with all the new plugins that are coming, especially on the premium, if you decide to go with the Kalatu premium, it's just that there's a lot of features that there's no way that WordPress will ever have, because they're just a platform. That's all they are. And our community, the group of people that we're attracting and that we're bringing into the community is just phenomenal. It's just amazing. Some of the the marketing brilliant minds and mindsets, and just other people from other professions and all over the world, by the way, too. This thing is global. I'm not sure if Ellie pointed out, but we're global now. I think there's like 4 languages on Kalatu now, that five languages on Kalatu now. So that in itself, think about it. The Spanish speaking, I think we have Portugal and Germany and all this kind of thing. I mean, that to me is just, we are definitely, what do you call it, trailblazing, or whatever you want to call it, with the WordPress platform. But Kalatu, they developed, this marketing platform for business blogging for profit. So I wanted to add that in there. And
well, so many things were hit on here again, and Carol was talking about is true. If you have a brick and mortar business, you should have a website. Everybody goes. I mean, I go like this because I'm still the computer person. I mean, I have a smartphone, but I don't think to search as much. But now everybody's going like this, right? And they're searching and finding out, like, where is this place? Oh, here's their website. What is their menu? We'll do that if we're going somewhere. What's their menu? So they should have that up there. This has got to be the easiest way. So here's some ideas. I know some people do this. They come in within the business. They're using Klaatu themselves. They're web designers or the graphics. It's more about graphics than at that point, right? And then they go out to businesses just selling Klaatu, because you can do that. All right? Some people, because they're doing graphics, they'll charge. Not thousands of dollars. If you want to have this all set up, there are people who will charge, I don't mean Klaatu, somewhere else with other themes and all, thousands of dollars. I've had somebody who she didn't know that the information wasn't switched over to her ownership and lost her blog. All right, so I've heard the horror stories. With this, you set somebody else up, they own it. You could charge to set it up for them if they don't even want to push 4 buttons. I wouldn't overcharge for that, but you can do that, right? Or if you know how to do graphics and create a header for somebody, you can charge to do that and set them up. And it really is easy. It's like going into a Word document for them to put in their recipes, or there's just so many avenues here to be able to bring this to customers that just want it as a customer, and then to bring it to people who are looking to put their business, however it is, on the internet, and also create an additional income. So the avenues here within this platform, the doors that open for you are amazing, because there's so many different things you can do here. You get more than one website with premium. You get 10. Some people are going to fall on the floor, but there are so many different ways that you can use those. And again, if you're in a community of like-minded people, of these marketing geniuses that we get to tap into, you all of a sudden go, oh, I could do that. Oh, I could do this. Oh, and then I could do this, okay? So there's huge benefits to that. And that's got to be the best part about this. I can tell you till I'm blue in the face, show you a bunch of screen shares. You got to get in and look at it. You got to get in and experience it. And you can do that for $17. Right? And and if you go, oh, it ain't for me, that's cool. But if you're serious about putting a business on the web, I do believe you're going to go, oh, oh. But you decide that, right? You decide that. And I know right now that it's a 2-week trial that's going on, and this is going out to the public. It's June 11th, right, Lynn? Okay, and when that happens, so this is kind of like you're still on the inside, because we're on the inside. When that goes out public, I don't know if the trial is still only going to be 2 weeks. I'm thinking it's not, and we're not even sure if there's a trial. So if you're here now and you've been hemming and hawing, okay, for $17, you hit a button, you get in and you look out. And the truth is, if you totally hated it, you can get your $17 back. So don't wait and then find out on June 12th, oh, I missed out on that. If you're looking at that in any way or form of, I really need to put my business on the internet, or I need a simple solution to do it, hit the button, and then you can make an informed decision. For me, it's always about, I need to get the information. I need to talk to people I can trust, unless you don't trust us, okay? And you might not, I don't know, but and then I need to get in there and get my hands in there and find out, is this for me? Then I can make an informed decision for me. So I know I think I've covered as much as I can.
I was just gonna say, I remember the first, the day that I was part of Klaatu, the alpha testers and the beta testers and all that. And I remember the first day when I got Klaatu, And I went to the screen. I took a screenshot because I thought, okay, I'm gonna show how I do this step by step. So I took a screenshot, and I'm like, is that it? Literally, like you say, Ellie, it was just a button, and it just steps you through like you can't even believe. Because if you don't want to add your Facebook right then and there, you say no thanks. If you don't want to add your Google, you say no thanks. If you don't want to add your LinkedIn, no, and it takes you right into Kalatu. And I was like going, oh my gosh. 3 minutes later, I'm in Kalatu, and I'm, going into the 21-day blogging plugin just to check that out. So we're talking milliminutes, or next to an, some people have taken, 20 minutes, 30 minutes on a WordPress, setting up a WordPress, or even hours, if you don't know what you're doing. And this is literally, I'm telling you, $17 for 2 weeks. My God, you could probably sell a ton of stuff in that 2-week period after getting your blog all set up. Get your about page, get your contact me, page up there, all that kind of stuff, your banners, and go for it, and you could pay back that $17 probably in a few days, it's that simple. All right, I'm going to say it's really, really simple, and it's got the big buttons, so no matter what experience level you're at, no matter what what industry you're coming from or what profession that you're in, this is something you just have to take a look at. Just look at it. Just click the button, go for it. That's my 2 cents.
Yeah, no, I agree. It really is like, please don't cry to us on the 12th. Oh, that, because like we're not 100% sure if the trial's even going to be around. I'm being honest. I don't really know. And if it is around, I think it's being brought down to 7 days. So don't hold me to any of that. We're not 100% sure. We just know it's definitely going out to the public on June 11th. So you really are here at an opportune time if you're looking to create a real business, and that is by putting it on the internet. Whatever your business is, you need to get that real estate, that storefront on there. So that button's down there. But Carol, you got anything more to add to us? Because otherwise, I'm ready to toast.
No, not at this point. Thank you.
All right, so that pretty much ends another $1 million mission. I love this.
Yeah.
We're doing, I love these, and I hope people out there are thinking that this is good information that we're bringing to you. And we always ask, please give us your comments, your questions. What would you like to hear, us talk about? And I think what we're going to do now is we're going to look to bring on some secret guest stars. So watch for, that could be as early as next week. We're not sure. We'll let you know on that. But
I'm already here.
Oh. We're number 1. All right, who wants to toast here?
We're going to have a toast to the $1 million mission and to everybody's dreams and desires.
There you go.
That's what I'm really here for.
Salute.
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 Okay, folks. See you next week. Leave your questions. Leave your ideas, what you want us to talk about. And special guests are coming. Bye.